What is up, plant community? So, in my brother's room, kind of a mess. Trying to clean it up so that way this room looks more presentable for these prehistoric plants. But today, it's getting around that time of year where we, of course, have to start decorating the trees. Now, the Norfolk Island pine, they make excellent Christmas trees. Mainly because you're not going out of your way and having to chop down a tree, or it's saving a tree for sure. And best of all, you can have these trees all year around and not have to worry about having to go out and buy a tree because you done bought your tree. So therefore, you've already got it and you're already good to go. Really saves you a lot of money, and it's also more eco-friendly in my opinion. So this is why. Sorry, gotta kind of move this guy a little bit more over here. So this is why I invested in three of them, kind of put in different rooms um, throughout the household. And of course, we still got these guys here, which are looking a little bit better. They're not ready for decorating. Their limbs, as you can see here, are too long. Well, not too long, but too weak. I mean, sorry about that. They're too weak. Well, yeah, I guess they'd be too long too because you put stuff at the end of them, they're just gonna droop down. Probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah. Again, these ain't my Norfolk Island pines up here. I'm just kind of keeping them for a friend so that way they can get better, and hopefully by December I can distribute them back to her. But I figured I'd try to educate people on how to decorate your Norfolk Island pine trees. So you can do it in different ways. I got a bit of a strategy here of how I'm going to do it. See, these branches are fairly strong and sturdy, but with your Norfolk Islands, especially around this age, you want to decorate them using light ornaments. And these little cones here originally had strings around them. I winded up replacing those with hooks because I don't want to damage any of the foliage because they always come out with little buds like what you see here. And then you have long little leaflets that come out. And I definitely don't want to damage any of those. So these are real light little cones that I am going to be putting on this Norfolk Island pine. And I'm going to be decorating them all with certain themes. So like this one will be my tree for little cones. So we'll just kind of decorate it with cones. There we go. Yeah, you just want them to be light little ornaments. You don't want them to be anything too heavy. See, let me show you something here. Be right back. Now what I am showing here is you can decorate at the end of the branches, but the thing is your branch is going to begin to droop. And from what I know is that can kind of damage the tree. So you can just take your little hook here and you can take it and put it more in the middle so that way your tree branch isn't drooping and could potentially harm the tree. So you could just take another ornament, light ornament. It's important to keep them light because the branches in the first place ain't very strong. It's so hard to do with one hand. I'm not quite used to doing it. So kind of put this guy right there. Ain't drooping too bad. It's droopy though. And maybe I'll move it. Don't want to hurt the tree. After all, those are weaker, older branches. So kind of put that more on the inside, I guess. Yeah, more like that. Um, so when decorating your tree, your Norfolk Island pine, you don't want to use like a spray on glitter. I've noticed a lot of the trees during the holiday have this spray on glitter, and some will like to deck them out with spray on snow, which is not good. It's definitely way more harmful for the tree, that's for sure. I would never use any spray on snow or spray on glitter for my, well, that fell, for my tree at all. It'll do more harm than good. It'll prevent your tree from doing its proper thing, which is photosynthesizing, which it will need all that it can get for the simple fact that during winter, it's there you go, camera adjusted. It's cloudy, and you ain't really getting a whole lot of light unless you supplement it with grow lights. This room ain't got no grow lights, so you just gotta kind of be weary about how you do your stuff. And not only that, like I said, it prevents it from photosynthesizing, and it could just be toxic to the tree. Period. It can definitely harm your tree. Um, so I'm gonna get this tree decorated. We're gonna see what it looks like when it has all the cones on it. Okay, so we got the first tree decorated with all the nice little cones. I think it looks nice. Of course, I would add a tree topper, but it ain't really long enough to add a bow or anything like that. And you got this branch. I would interrupt the tree topper anyways. But I like the cones on it. Looks nice for this tree. Now we'll go on to the next Norfolk Island pine and to the other. So, yeah, I think it looks nice. Now, when your tree gets bigger and the branches get more stronger, then yeah, you can you can start using a little bit of heavier bulbs on them or heavier ornaments. But for right now, my trees are still young, and I don't want to use anything that is too heavy that could really harm the branches. That's something I don't want to do. Another thing I forgot to mention too is it's okay, like say if you have bulbs or cones or something with glitter on them like this, and you get a little bit of glitter on the foliage, that's going to be okay. That's not going to harm the tree, say like the spray on glitter will, or this spray on snow, which again will prevent your tree from photosynthesizing because you want to give it that max light that you can, especially during winter, because they start growing way more slower. Um, I will probably wind up going into a how to care for these trees, maybe later on in the month or during December when they're all decked out with all their ornaments on them. Okay, so let's go on to the next tree and decide a theme. So, this is my next Norfolk Island pine. It's kind of ain't got too many branches in the back, but it's still a beautiful tree. I still love this guy. Yeah, all my Norfolk Islands, you usually when you get them, they're put in a pot with like 3 or 4. Um, I winded up separating all my Norfolk Islands. So that way I could have 3 trees in case something happens to one. So n- now I'm stuck with trying to decide a particular theme for this tree. So that one has the theme of cones. This one, it's got a red base, which I purposely did. Like that one has a green base. And that one I don't know, I couldn't really find another Christmassy themed color pot. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do sparkles on this one, the sparkle bulbs, or if I want to do the more Christmassy theme bulbs like this here with the Santa belt and the snow. Let's do the glitter bulbs. We'll be back and see what this looks like when it's done. Of course, I ain't gonna put anything on these older branches here because these are older and weaker, and yeah, they won't, I don't think they'll really hold the bulbs. So I'll get started. I'll be right back to show you the results. Okay, and we are back. Of course, again, I'm not going to add a topper. I'm going to probably add a bow for the topper. I don't really want to add like a star or anything because the truth is even through winter, your tree is still going to continue to grow. Hence, go put out new fronds. And the last thing you want to do is to prevent that growth. So I'll probably wind up getting a bow to tie around it or something for a topper. But I ain't quite worried about it yet because we're still in November. So I ain't worried about a topper, but probably by the time you're watching this, you're going to be watching it in December. Hopefully, learn how to decorate your Norfolk Islands. Um, Another thing I forgot to. I like that. Looks nice. A little heavy on the branches, though. You can tell, but it's fairly light. But another thing I forgot to address is lights. So when it comes down to lighting, I would I would recommend using more pixie lights. To be honest, um, because I heard the lights like certain lights can really dry out fronds or they can get too warm and it can hurt the tree. That's just if you want to put lights on your tree. I kind of scared to be honest, to put lights on my tree just because I don't want to harm it in any way. And I certainly wouldn't want to have a light up against a frond, and even the little normal Christmas tree lights can hurt the fronds, and I definitely don't want to do that. Maybe when it gets bigger, I'll think about pixie lights, but right now these trees are still fairly small, and I ain't worried about lights right now. Now it looks fairly dark here, but it's not. I'm just trying to encourage it to grow up higher. Of course, I do rotate them around, so they do all eventually get light. I rotate them around once a week. All right, let's go on to the next tree. All right, so here we are with the next Norfolk Island pine. It's again also kind of bald in the back, but that's because they were all 3 originally in the same pot. And I'm gonna decorate this guy too, so we'll be right back again. All right, and we got this tree all decorated, and I think it looks nice. Besides, maybe a few branches are left kind of blank. I purposely did that. But otherwise than that, because these are more weaker branches anyways. Again, don't want to target the weaker branches. But Anyways, rather than that, I think it looks nice. Maybe these bulbs are a bit too close right here, but I really didn't want to put them on weak branches and have something happen like this is more elongated, so it's gonna have a bit more hanging down than say the others, and you don't really want to damage them like that. So this is it for today. And I hope you guys found this video, of course, educational for those who potentially want to decorate their Norfolk Island pine trees. Give me a like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me, and it helps me out, and it helps me get out there more to teach people everything about plants, and I guess today even ways on how to decorate them for the holidays. Thank you, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day.